Hey guys, Jilly here. I'm going to do a Saturday weekend tutorial for you that's a little bit more low-key, something you can wear out if you're just heading out for a coffee or something on a Saturday. Also, you can just go fresh-faced on the weekend, give your pores a break, and give your hair a break for sure. I like to throw my hair back, let it dry on its own, don't use any styling products if I can get away with it, if it's not being... And today in my hair I'm just going to throw in some anti-frizz serum. I have really thick hair, so a couple of squeezes is about all it will take. Just run it through your hair. Let it dry on its own. Okay, to start off, I'm going to do a combination because I don't like to carry so much. I'm traveling right now, by the way. This is Marcelle's Sheer Tint Fluid Moisturizer. It has an SPF 15 in it. As far as I know, it's better just to wear an SPF 15 on its own. Makeups including SPF 15s, I don't think last as long, so you better check up before you just wear these. I still recommend wearing your regular coverage if you are doing anything outdoors for a long period of time. But that being said, this is a luminous beige. This will combine my moisturizer and my concealer slash foundation. It's not even a foundation, it's more of a lotion. So I'm just going to start off by putting that on all over my face. Really, really light coverage, so you can still see yourself through your makeup. This will give your skin just a healthy, sheer tone. I'm going to use it as well on my neck. Although right now on the camera it's coming off quite orange. Weird. Okay, so that is the sheer tint. In a luminous beige, and I don't like the color it's coming off on the camera, although in real life it's not quite that shiny shine. Okay, as well, I'm going to use the Naked palette today, a little bit. Beautiful palette. You can get these in Toronto, not at Sephora. People don't really tell you that, but there is a Shoppers Drug Mart location that I found this at, so don't just stick to Sephora. I found this in Canada. They're here. They don't tell everyone, which I think is kind of sad. But anyway, I love Sephora. I'm not going to badmouth. So this is the Naked palette, the infamous. If you haven't heard of it, it's fantastic. Definitely, it's a showstopper and very, very popular these days. So I use this quite a bit for work looks as well. So it's a good one to get. Comes in a nice velvety case. Ooh. And these liners it comes with are also really fantastic. You get a nice fluid line. It's a dark brownish shade called Whiskey and a black shade called Zero in one stick. Ooh. Okay, but today I'm not going to use liner. As I said, I'm going to keep it pretty basic. So I will use the color Sin, which is the second from the left in this palette. I'm going to apply using my fingers today because I'm traveling. I didn't bring all my brushes. So this is Sin. I'm not even going to apply a lash primer, eye primer. I'm just going to go right ahead and do Sin. Notice how I'm only focusing on the inner corner of my eye, and I'll leave the outer corner a little for a different shade. I'm also going to use that color mixed with another color called Virgin on just under the brow bone to give it a nice highlight. So I'm starting with the color Virgin, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of Sin, which I think is kind of funny, mixing those two shades, to get just a little bit of a highlight on the eyes there. In the outer corner of my eye, I don't want too much of a smoky look today, so I'm going to use a goldy tone called Half Baked. And put that right out to the corner. I'm actually going to sweep it a little higher than the crease. So, you can't really see that. Okay, and to give it a little more of a contrast, I'm going to use a darker shade called Sidecar. Looks like this. So Sidecar, if I have a brush on me, which I do not, fingers it is, I'm going to apply that on the outer rim of the eye, and then I'm going to sweep it across where the crease goes. makeup on a budget. If you don't need to buy brushes, don't. If you can buy a set that comes with brushes, that's fantastic. But to me, they're kind of not a necessary item. I think that you could go without them and be just fine. Yeah, fingers, best tools ever. I'll say that again and again. So that is what I was going to put, and maybe I'll do a little bit of Buck as well. Buck is a nice matte color, so it'll get rid of some of this shiny stuff I'm doing. I'm going to put a little matte in the corners just to give it a little, and I'll sweep it out. So that is a naked eye. Not actually naked, but from the Naked palette. And I have a lot of sheen going on, so maybe I'll tone that down. This is a brush by H&M. Very inexpensive, by the way. I've been using it recently. I just washed the foundation brush. It's an excellent foundation brush. That's actually what I bought it for, because ones that were comparable to it were a lot more. But this brush also works well as a blush brush or as a loose foundation brush. So I'm just going to use this for Mineral Wear Bronzer, and this is by Physicians Formula. Looks like this. They come with their own brushes underneath. As you know, I don't use those kind of brushes, so I'll use this one. And just sweep that where I don't want too much shine, because the foundation that I'm using, or the sheer tint moisturizer I'm using, has quite a bit of a sheer sheen to it. Okay. I will apply a little bit of mascara. I'm not going to use the Buxom Lash as I did in my last video. I'm going to go to one that I use more often. Buxom's more for if you really want your eyes to stand out. This one is Grow Luscious, and it's by Revlon. These are great mascaras. This is Black Shimmer, so this has a shimmer in it as well. I don't know what it is with me and shine, but I'm drawn to it. So here we go. I'm just going to run it along my eyelashes. And the lower lash. It's harder to do this in the camera. And fix any imperfections, like if you catch the side of your nose like I just did. And if you want, I sometimes go over areas to make sure I don't have too much on before heading out the door. Okay, so that's a nice neutral gold toned look. To end it off, you can always put on a gloss. I'm going to finish it off today with something I mentioned in one of my previous videos. This is the new lipstick I picked up from Anna Sui. Check out the cute packaging as usual. Has a nice heart top, and this is a gorgeous color. Back to my peachy pinks. This is called, actually it's 371, but it has a little bit of a glimmer in it. I'm going to put my hand behind that so you can see. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. So let's just finish off the look with that. And there you go. This is a relatively quick Saturday look. If you're going out to meet people, if you still want to feel fresh-faced, I'm not wearing a concealer or a lash primer or eye primer, any of that stuff today. Just the basics, no line, and a very, very quick all-in-one set with the Naked palette, which I know is a fan favorite. So I will be doing more looks of these in the future, so if you'd like to subscribe, definitely do, and you'll see more smoky looks, more night looks, that sort of thing.